Hey everyone, welcome to another reselling vlog. This episode's a little different because I'm actually going to take you sourcing with me for one of my clients. So one of my regular customers, she saw a Thrift with Me video that I did recently, and she said that there was stuff on my footage that she wished I would have bought because she would have bought it from me. So I decided to go shopping and see if I can still get those items. We'll see if they're still there because it's been a week. And then I'm gonna, of course, shop for myself. We're gonna talk about what sold in my Etsy shop this week and also do a haul. So a lot of things to cover today. Can't wait to get started. So my mom spotted this table for me or to sell. It has a really good, interesting base. It's handmade, like the top. It's only $45. So I think I may have to get it. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or keep it, but it's just too good. The silhouette's just too good to pass up. Really like these ceramic lid boxes. This one, 20. Really like this. I have to think about this one. It's really beautiful. So as I shop, I actually think about a lot of my customers as I'm going through, because certain people have certain things that they like to buy. Like they like things with birds, or they like ceramic heads, or all sorts of like unique, interesting things. So when I'm shopping, I'm always looking for those items too. So not just for the customer that I don't know, for the customers that I also have. This is a fabulous box. Wow. 75. So definitely not in my price range, but look at the joinery on that. That's one thing I love about doing this business, is I just get to see all the beautiful things that humans make, and I can appreciate them. It's just amazing to see everyone's art and their techniques, and it's one thing that brings me a lot of joy. It's just the craftsmanship of pieces. This curl is so cute. Let's see, 25. Yeah, so more than I want to spend on it, but I love that they're fuzzy flowers. So speaking of heads, here's an amazing ceramic head. So to see if one of my clients would like that. But yeah, I can't believe I found one already. This one's really, really cool. Just spotted this Florentine tray. It's only $9. I just don't know if that right there is too much of a game changer. Just because, I mean, the worn edges on the bottom is one thing, but this, I feel like it stands out a lot. Although the flowers in the center are stunning. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Another wooden box that I love. 24. I like the shape of this one. It's so long and lean, and I like the wood inlay down there. Man, I am definitely finding a lot of boxes now that I'm looking for them. This booth has some really great pieces. I actually just sold a huge one of these recently. I think like a week and a half ago in my own booth. And of course I want this, because you guys know I love these types of little wood-lidded boxes. A lot of great pieces. I wish I was shopping for myself and not for others today. I'm always surprised how many things I can find that remind me of boobs. But these are really beautiful. I love the colors. I like them both equally. Man, okay, I said I wasn't gonna shop for myself, but this blue one, oh, this one is really, I like this one too. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think one of these has to come home with me. This owl painting is one of the things one of my customers wants me to grab. So I'm gonna take this off the wall and get it up to the counter. So I'm debating this fish because fish are in right now. Sardines especially are super hot, and I like the colors of this one. It's 15. And I have this wall in my kitchen where I have sardines and other fish stuff on it. So I don't know. I'm shopping for myself, it seems now. I may have to get this. So we're debating the tray, because you guys know I sell a lot of trays, although I feel like I might be at tray saturation, but I think there's some margin. It's how much, Mom?
18.
18. So I think it could be worth getting, because it is really nice and big. It's already pre-shined up, so you don't need to do anything. And then I'm also going to be getting these porcelain bookends. I just gotta figure out who they are. The comps online were crazy, so I don't think they're worth as much as I saw a listing for, but who knows? But I'm gonna have to check them out a little bit further, do a little more research. I think I found the best painting of Jesus. Is that not so good? I mean, usually they're just so cheesy. and you don't really want to decorate with them because they're just so cheesy, but this one is really, really good. Really good. Some cute art pieces in this basket, in this vendor's booth. I like that one. I've admired that one before. It's 22. And then I like this one's baggy a little bit, but I do like the colors on this. So I think this is a 16. That's not bad. It's really cute. You guys don't mean a needlepoint. All right, I have to think about this one too. God, I'm finding more things than I thought I would. I thought I was just gonna go in and out and grab something, and now I'm just shopping like crazy. It's hard part about coming to an antique mall that everything is so beautiful and curated. Of course, I want this. And pretty well all the things. This booth is fun. It has a lot of eclectic stuff. I definitely want that. So I really wish mirrored trays did well for me because this one is beautiful. I love the ornate details on the end. It's only 26, so not bad, but I've always had trouble selling these in the past, so I'm gonna pass on it, but it's really beautiful. The other thing my client wanted was this very cute Beverly Hills pocket change dish. So welcome to my studio space. This haul is very eclectic. I have stuff from that antique mall that I went to, some vintage shops around town. I bought something from a reselling friend sourced some stuff for me. It's just a very eclectic mix of stuff. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so let's kick things off with some of the items that I got at that antique mall. You saw some of the stuff in the footage. I did get this fish. Yep, I got the fish. I am in a phase of life where I love fish, apparently. But I've been influenced by the internet because on Instagram, fish, sardines in particular, super hot right now. I even painted a picture of sardines myself recently. I was inspired by sardines in a can and I painted it. I know it sounds very silly. I will put on the screen what that looks like. I'm trying to get into painting and I'm just learning how to do like acrylic painting. And so yeah, you'll see that picture. But anyways, I saw this fish. I was like, oh, this would look cute with that whole thing going on. So anyways, this is going in a gallery wall in my kitchen. And then another thing for me, another total impulse buy was this very cute lidded pot. Fell in love with the color and the shape. I am redoing my bedroom right now and I am picking up stuff that I plan to use for shelf styling in this space because I'm getting some shelves installed, which will be amazing because I do not have enough surfaces for my collections and cool stuff. So anyways, I bought this for that in mind. That was just a really unique piece. So an unusual pickup for me are these porcelain bookends. Now you guys know, I don't pick up porcelain stuff. Like, I don't even know if I probably have, but maybe an animal. But generally speaking, porcelain is not something that I even see. Like ironstone, anything like that, I don't even see it. I don't know why. It just doesn't, I guess, appeal to my eye. But these I thought were so great. And when I looked up comps, they were actually quite valuable. Like the comps were over $100, which seemed crazy to me. They're very heavy, they're in great shape. They have the velvety bottom, so they're definitely old. And yeah, I need to look them up some more because I'm not sure who Highland, Mary, and Burns are. If you know, please let me know in the comments and save me some hours worth of searching. But I thought it was very cool. Like that Victorian old world decorating style. You guys have heard me say this is very popular right now. So that's why I think I picked these up. I was influenced by that. And also I just watched Bridgerton, you know, not that long ago, you know, the season 3. And if you haven't watched that show, recommend it. It is steaming though. It is a very steamy show. So anyways, I think I was just like, oh, this reminds me of Bridgerton. And so that's also why I liked it. I don't know. But anyways, these will be for sale in my Etsy shop. So at the same antique mall, I also got a very cool wood side table. So it has several types of wood and stains like put together for a very interesting pattern. And then it has really cool, sleek, sculptural base. Anyways, I thought it was awesome. I need some more side tables because we're kind of transitioning our living room decor over a little bit because now that my son is older, I can actually, you know, I could decorate with a few more things that I would have liked to all along that are not necessarily as kid-friendly. So anyways, this particular side table is gonna be for me as well. So moving on to some more pieces. Now these bookends I got at an antique shop I had never been to before. And generally speaking, there wasn't a ton there, but these bookends, wood carved dog bookends, just absolutely caught my eye. I thought they were amazing. They're just so lifelike to me. So lifelike. Now, these are definitely worn. They have patina. You can see the scratches and the little bits of like wear on the snout. But largely speaking, the dogs themselves are in really good shape. They're not like broken. There's just a little bit of wear. And one is a little bit heavier than the other. So I don't know if the weight in one went away or if one was only weighted. I don't know if these are handmade. I don't know where they're from at all. But I thought they were incredible when I got them. Bookends do sell well because, you know, everyone has books on a shelf that they need to, you know, keep upright and stop from falling. So bookends always have an audience. Anytime I put them in my vintage booth, they do well. These are already listed on Etsy, but if they don't sell there, I'll definitely put them in my booth because it probably will sell there pretty quickly. But I wanted to give you guys a chance to shop them first. But I thought they were so very cool. And if I was into dog things, I would absolutely keep them. But these are going to be available for you guys. So I decided to stop by my very favorite vintage shop in all of Portland. And that is called Village Merchants, and it's my favorite because the prices are so cheap. It's like thrift store prices. They're very, very fair. And so I got this awesome ornate candle holder. Now I am finding that these like bent metal decor pieces, like for the wall, are actually doing really well. Like I have picked up hummingbirds. They have sold all for me. 2 times I've gotten sets of hummingbirds that have sold really quickly. I just ordered another set off of eBay. So, because they're selling that well for me. Butterflies, you name it. I just picked up some metal work vines, like grapevines. Anyways, they're really doing well. And so when I saw this piece for 10 bucks, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so interesting and sculptural. Have to get it. It has the tea light area and actually you can see it better in the back. So I'm tempted to keep this because I have so much art in my home. And pieces like this are great because they break up all the art. But my husband's not super thrilled with this because he's like, it's kind of, I mean, it's neat, but also boring to him who likes vibrant, punchy, modern art. So I kind of get that. But also, like, our home has a lot of wood paneling. It's very 70s, and I feel like this particular piece would match that aesthetic. So I don't know. I'll probably sell it. But it's a very cool piece that I'm gonna probably regret if I do sell it. So I also got this at that same store. This was only $6. It's just a very cool, already shiny brass little jug. I mean, these make great bud vases, of course, and then just anywhere styled on a shelf, like in a kitchen. It's just a very cool piece. So anyways, anytime I can find something like this is just a really easy thing to style with, so I always have to grab them. So yeah, for $6 I came home. Now a total impulse buy was this teeny tiny needlepoint. Now, usually I'm not picking up needle points that have, or anything frankly that has, I believe that, what is that, a windmill in it? Like that's just not my style typically. But when I turned it over and it said Irma Nixon 1929, I was like, oh, Irma. Well, now I really like it. So anytime something has that name and date on the back, and then I can envision who made it, and then I'm just like, oh, well, I do like it, even though it has a windmill. But actually, for this style, it's really good because I like the fact that it's very black and beige, simple. This is like some sort of, I think it almost looks like a cottony linen. The frame is really good color. I love the contrast of the black around the edge. It's a really good small piece. And even like the little thing at the top is really cute. Like the hook in the hardware on top. So anyways, I thought it was a really cool. It's $3. So for $3, you're like, okay, it tugged at my heartstrings that much. I probably can bring it home. So anyways, this will be available. And yeah, hopefully someone else likes this story as much as me. So I also picked up these floral needle points, this pair. Now these have already sold because I have a regular buyer who loves really any floral needlepoint thing that I get. And so when I saw these, I was like, I'm pretty sure she's probably going to like these, and she did. So anyways, these already sold. They sold really quick, but I thought these were stunningly beautiful. The frame on them really good. I love the more muted flowers, really, really good. And the oval always is something that's very unique for people. People really gravitate towards oval pieces because you don't always find oval pieces. So if you see anything that's an oval in shape, pick it up because it definitely has that wow factor that, a standard square rectangle just doesn't have. So anyways, I also got these at that thrift shop too. So the final thing I got at that thrift vintage shop was a very cool woven stool stand thing. I don't even know really, I'm assuming it's just meant to be a stool. They're very valuable. Anytime I find them, they sell really quickly. They sell for a lot. I paid up for it. It was 29 bucks. I'm hopefully showing you footage on the screen of what it is because I don't want to just like hold it up for you. This one is a little bit bigger than the last one that I sold, and the last one I sold for well over $100. So this one I'll probably list for closer to like almost 200 bucks, but they have a buyer every time they're listed. So anyways, if I see them, even one-offs, and that's the other thing that's crazy. I'm not selling this in a pair, it's like a singleton, and this singleton has an audience, which I'm always surprised when something that typically would obviously be bought in multiples, like stools, dining chairs, those types of things will sell for, you know, individually for a lot. I don't know, it always surprises me. I don't know if it surprises you, but anyways, when I saw this, and I think it was $29, I grabbed it even though I had to pay up because I knew there was gonna be audience for it. So moving on to some more pieces. Now this paint by number, I know I showed this in another video that you will have seen, but I felt like it deserved this actual moment on screen. I'm not just talking about it in terms of a trends perspective. So if you have not seen my Etsy bestseller trends type video, you know, head over and watch that after this. So anyways, this piece was beautiful. I love the fact that it was framed, has the linen edge here, really good shape, really good frame, really good paint by number. Not all paint by numbers are painted by people that follow the directions very well. Some people, it's like, you went over the edges. You went over the edges and you were not supposed to go over the edges. So anyways, I thought this was a really good specimen. I love the dark background with the punchy colors in the front. Really good. Now this, I desperately want to keep. But frankly, I have accumulated so many floral pieces of art. As you guys know, I just can't keep them all. And it's so difficult because I usually regret every one that I sell. But this one, I just know someone's gonna want this because it is a paint by number. It has a little bit of a cult following. But anyways, when I found this for 16 bucks, I thought that was awesome, so I brought it home. Now, something my friend picked up for me, Taylor from Portland Revive. You guys have heard me talk about her on my channel. She's a reseller as well. She is who I learned so much of my reselling business stuff from. She is outsourcing for me, bless her heart. We actually source for each other. That's one thing nice. Like there's things that she picks up that I don't want to deal with. I don't like. There's stuff like this she didn't necessarily want, but she knew that a wicker loving person like me probably would want this bird. So absolutely right. I have never seen an eagle. So cool. I mean, look at his little feet and his head. Really, really unique. Now this is a bit darker in color than the typical wicker that I'm picking up. Usually my wicker animal sets are like that light wicker basket color. This is a little bit more moody. A little more moody. I may see if my dad wants this actually, because my dad very much has like a connection to birds. Like he sees birds, he loves birds. So I'm like, oh, maybe he would like this guy because I think it could speak to him. So anyways, we will see. But this guy I thought was very cool and I was so happy she found it for me. She also picked up these for me. Sorry, they're a little noisy. They're like the silver, I don't know if they're silver plated or just colored. Cute shell dishes. They have little bobbins on the bottom so they're elevated off the surface. Shell stuff is very popular right now. And pieces like this are so cute. And so these, she bought these for me, so I probably will keep them. I know, it's hard because pieces like this are popular because like I said, they're shell, but they were really good. So I was very excited for her to find these. Anytime she finds anything shell that she doesn't want, because she also likes shells, you know, she says, well, do you want these shells? I'm like, yes, please. So anyways, that's a situation where we both like the same thing, but sometimes will saturate on the shells and only do certain shell things for her. And then she'll be like, do you want these ones I'm passing on? And I'm always like, yes. So anyways, if you do not have reselling friends as a reseller, you absolutely need to get yourself some reselling friends because they are amazing at finding stuff that you like. And usually, I mean, most people think, oh, you're going to be competing with people that are reselling, but that's not been my experience. Typically speaking, we all end up winning in the end because we all find things for each other. We sell things to each other. Speaking of things that we sell to each other, so another reselling friend had this in her booth. So I have a booth space in a shop called Tiny Brambles in downtown Portland. And one of the other vendors there, a really good friend, she had this in her booth and I saw it and I was like, that has to come home with me. So that's the danger of going to do a drop at that vintage shop, is that I find stuff that I want too. So I thought this was very cool. Has a mid-century look to it to me. Very like graphic. I love the fact it's like a turtle shell. I feel like it has to be like a turtle shell. And I just thought it was really interesting and graphic. So I had to get it for myself. It was 24 bucks. So obviously not thrift store prices. This is more vintage booth prices, but very reasonable for something super unique. And the last thing I have to show you before we get to the what sold at my Etsy shop portion of this video is this very cool bamboo wall organizer shelf that my mom actually picked up. She went to a thrift store and it was super cheap. It was on senior day. So the woman gets a discount on senior day, which is awesome. So I'm telling my mom now, like, you gotta go every Tuesday and get those discounts because she's actually getting to reselling too, which is exciting. So she's not only sourcing for herself, she will also source for me. So she saw this, she's like, yeah, I know this is something you always love to pick up. So she grabbed it for me. It's a very cool bamboo stand. Another thing I mentioned in a trends video ages ago, not trends, sorry, bestseller video ages ago is how much bamboo does really well for me. And this type of bamboo piece is really unique. Even though it has a lot of patina, it's in really good shape and people like that kind of rustic charm. So anyways, any type of wall organizer usually does well in my Etsy shop. And so this particular one I thought was very cool when she showed me the picture, so I had to come home. Okay, so that's the haul. The next thing we're gonna talk about is what sold in my Etsy shop over the last week or so. Okay, friends, let's talk about what sold in the last week or so. Ignore my giant plant. Okay, so this painting, these two boxes, the change dish and the hummingbirds, they all sold in a bundle, but I will give you individual listings sold on the rest of the stuff. So this pair of needlepoint sold, just got those. They sold to a regular buyer. Same with a lot of this stuff sold to one of my regular buyers. So thank you as always. This piece actually, I don't think I showed you guys because my mom actually sourced it. It's super great. The wood frame is phenomenal. And we just have never seen this style of like embroidery or needlework. So that piece sold. This really beautiful vase sold. I shined this up. It was in really bad shape when I got it, and it just sung once it was shined up. So I'm team shiny brass. You guys know this. So this sold. This beautiful Reiku vase sold to one of my regular buyers who wanted to have it for her birthday. So thank you so much for buying it. So really excited that that's going to that home. This very cool copper dish sold. I don't know if I showed you this either because this was one my mom sourced as well. And then this very unique horse piece sold. I knew this was going to sell really quickly because it's phenomenal. And then this cluster of grapes sold. This was the first set of grapes I had ever really picked up. So I was very excited when they sold. And then I have, a very cool ottoman that also sold that I'll pop on the screen. So very excited about that piece. So yeah, all in all, a really good sales week of stuff. Okay, so I'm back in the chair to film the close. Thank you so much for watching today. Anything that I say that's going to be available for you guys in my Etsy shop, I usually link down below in the description box. So I usually have like a featured listing section. Just check there, and if you don't see the item that you want there, just send me an email or a DM, and usually I can get it up on Etsy for you, or we can sell direct. It just depends on the item. And so always just reach out to me because sometimes I just don't get things listed when I think I'm going to because things are busy. And so it's always a very fluid, crazy time in my reselling life. And so if there's something that you want that's not listed, just let me know. And if there's something that you want that I say I might keep and I'm still kind of unsure, also let me know, because sometimes knowing I have a buyer makes me want to sell the item rather than keep it. So just always keep that in mind. If you're looking for more decorating and thrifting content between my haul videos here on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok. That's all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.